Okay, today I wanted to go over the homework problem on bonds from chapter 10. And in the problem, we had a $200,000 bond, 16% interest rate. It matures in 20 years. It was issued at 98. And the interest is paid on July 1st and January 1st. So the first thing we want to do is record the issuance of the bond. So we know the bond is $200,000. And it was issued at 98, so times 98%. And that's going to give us 196,000. Right. So the entry to record the issuance of the bond, which this is going to be part A, so it's on January 1st. So we're going to have cash of 196,000. And we're going to have bonds payable $200,000. All right, so now my entry doesn't balance, right? I need another $4,000 over here. And that $4,000 is going to be called a discount. Right, so whenever you have a debit over here because you have less proceeds in the amount of the bond, that means you have a discount. A premium would be the opposite. A premium, you would sell it higher than 100%. You would get more cash in, so you would have to have a credit on this side. That would be the premium. But in this example, and for the homework, we have a discount. So this is the first entry to record the bond. And the second thing we need to do is record the interest paid. So we know the interest is 16%, right? But it's paid on July and January, so it's paid every 6 months. So we need to take the 16% and divide that by 2. That's going to give us 8%, right? So every 6 months we're going to pay 8% times the $200,000 par. And that's going to give us $16,000. So every month, every 6 months rather, we're going to incur $16,000 of interest expense. So the entry is going to be debit interest expense credit cash for $16,000. And that's going to be made on July 1. All right, so on January 1st, we issued the bonds. 6 months later, we pay the first interest payment. All right. And then the next part is, at the end of the year, we incur like another 6 months interest, right? Because this is July, so in December, we have another 6 months interest of $16,000. But when do we pay it? We're going to pay it a day later on January 1st. So as of 12/31, we need to accrue $16,000 of interest. So my credit is going to be not cash, but interest payable for $16,000. And that will get paid the next day on January 1st. So far we have an entry to record the issuance of the bonds, an entry to record the interest payment, and an entry to accrue interest. Right, both are 6 months interest. Then we have one more entry to make on 12/31. And that's to amortize the discount. How much is the discount? $4,000, right? Divided by how many years is this bond? 20 years. Divided by 20. And that's going to give us $200. All right, so for 20 years, every year we're going to make an entry for $200, and the entry is going to be to amortize the discount. So the discount is over here is a debit, right? So to amortize it, we're going to have to credit it. So we're going to debit interest expense. We're going to credit the discount for $200. I'm going to do it every year. All right, so that's the homework. So just to recap, we issued the bond, we debited cash, we credited bonds payable, and the difference is going to go either to a discount or a premium. In this case, it's a discount. Then every 6 months we pay interest. So we debit interest expense, we're going to credit cash. So it's going to be half of the annual rate. So 16 divided by 2 times the amount of the bonds. Sometimes we need to accrue the interest if we're not actually paying it. So at the end of the year, we still book our 6 months interest, but we accrue it because we're going to pay it, because it says we're going to pay it on January 1st, based on the terms of the bond. And also at the end of the year, we need to amortize the discount. So we take the total discount of $4,000, divide by the number of years, which is 20, and that gives us $200 a year. So these are the 4 main entries that we do with bonds, and that was in the homework. For the sense of completeness, at the end of 20 years, what do you think is going to happen? Well, we're going to pay back the bond, right? So we're going to debit bonds payable. And we're going to credit cash. And that'll be for the $200,000. All right, so just to recap, we issue the bonds, we receive $200,000, we pay interest or accrue interest. We do it every year. We amortize the discount every year, and at the end of 20 years, we actually pay back the bond. So that's a homework question. Thank you.